guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would have a chat about the things I wish I knew before I embarked on my Weight Watchers or weight loss journey. So these are 5 things that I still implement today, but I feel like if I knew them at the start, my journey might have run a bit smoother. I might have been a little less confused at times, and I feel like if this can reach someone either at the beginning or in the middle of their journey, or even like myself, if this just helps you in regards to maintaining, then it's a great video to have. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, and this is something that really confused me and something I could have done with knowing for a while, and that is that you can now roll points over. So if you've been part of the Weight Watchers plan before, perhaps like myself, you've tried it, didn't really find that it was for you, and I've kind of come back to it now, you'll notice that some things have drastically changed. For example, 0 point foods. They're not pro points anymore, they're smart points, and also you can roll points over. This has been done to encourage you to opt for smarter foods, so you don't have to consume all of your dailies in one day. I have done a full video explaining this rule, explaining smart points. I will link it above in case you want to get to grips with that. But had I have known that you could roll points over, I feel like I would have just been a little less regimented. I would have perhaps eaten a little bit better in some cases, and just been more aware, and that I could build things up if I did want a takeaway or if I did want to go out with friends. It would have just been easier for socializing, I guess. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that you can roll over 4 points when it comes to your dailies. You can't roll over any more than that, and the reason for that is they don't want to encourage unhealthy eating habits throughout the day. For example, they don't want you to save 10 points a day so you can go and binge at the weekend, because it's not promoting a healthy lifestyle, it's not something they want to endorse. But you can roll over 4. So 4 is what they have deemed to be a healthy thing for you to not need to consume. So yeah, that would have been super helpful had I have known. I only found that about 3 months into my journey, 4 months even. So that was great to know. The next thing that I definitely wish I knew more about when I started was fake foods. So I've done a full video talking about fake foods. If you're not quite sure what I mean by the phrase, then check out that video for a bit more information. But in a nutshell, fake foods are foods that are marketed to us as healthy, but they're not that great for you when you check out the nutritional values, when you check out what's actually in them. For example, things like cereal bars in some cases can have the same point value as a Snickers, and it's all about being more educated when it comes to what you're eating, taking ownership of what you're eating and enjoying it. More importantly, like if you do want a McDonald's, absolutely have it, but know what you're eating, be happy with that and enjoy it. I feel like I definitely got better at knowing what smarter foods were throughout my journey because I was using my app so much. So because I was scanning things, it gave me a point value. So if something came up high that I thought was quite healthy, I would look into why, like I would question it. So it's made me sit down and have a real think, it's made me research more, and in turn it's made me a smarter eater. And I would definitely say that's an invaluable lesson no matter what stage you're at in your journey, whether it's the beginning, the middle or the end, maintaining like myself. It's a handy lesson to know. It's handy for you guys to learn anyway. So that is definitely something that I wish I knew more about when I started, because I would have perhaps made better choices, perhaps I would have got to my goal quicker. I think I did it in a decent time scale anyways, but I might have done it even quicker if I'd have known about fake foods and what was great for me and what was not so fantastic. I think just educate ourselves when it comes to food is just a fantastic idea generally. The next thing is to use the community side of things more when it comes to the app. So I'm assuming majority of you guys are on Weight Watchers if you're following my what I eat in a days, if you're following my weight loss journey. You might not be, you might be on Slimming World, you might just do your own thing, calorie counting, but I think a lot of us are on Weight Watchers and use the app. The app is so fantastic. I have done a video, a full tutorial, a full walkthrough of the app from start to finish. I will link that above. I am going to do a more dissected version of that video on the things that I think, if you're going to get to grips with any elements of the app, these are things that you need to know. But that's coming in a later video. But for now, I do wish that I'd used the community section more. And that's just because I could have engaged more, I could have got more support, shared tips, shared hints, promoted my YouTube channel to quite a relevant demographic. I feel like I definitely could have made use of the community section more for inspiration, motivation, all that kind of thing. So I would definitely encourage you guys, like even if you're not an amazingly sociable person, because I have my days where I just don't want to talk to anybody, but that app has a fantastic section for community, and I don't think that that's just inclusive of the app. Like you could go to meetings, you could find like-minded people in your community, like-minded people in your circle of friends, and just network more, just socialize more. And I think that's something I could have definitely done a little bit better of, because it's so lovely to chat to people that can literally relate to what you're talking about. There's nothing worse than being in a group of friends and you're talking about your weight loss journey, you're talking about your diet, your plan, whatever, and they're just not interested because it's not their life and they don't really want to know. And sometimes you want to have those conversations, so I do personally feel like I'd utilise that part of the app more, and I'm on it all the time now, guys, so if you do want to follow me on Weight Watchers, I'll put it in the description box down below so you guys can go and check it out and perhaps follow me. The next thing, and this is number 4, is the thing I wish I'd known when I started, just so my expectation was managed throughout, especially now at the end, is that weight loss is not a fix for everything. It's not a cure. It's not something that's just going to magically make everything in your life okay. You might think to yourself, you know what, once I'm a thinner version of myself, once I'm more confident, once I'm more happy, I will become much more balanced and everything will be fine. Everything will be great. And to some degree that's true. The confidence is improved, you're healthier, you've got more energy, and you're happier generally in your appearance and in how your body is working and functioning. But it's not a be all and end all. I've said this before, it's not something that's just going to magically wipe away any deep-seated anxiety, depression, insecurities, body confidence. All of those things take a lot of time and work, and they need to be worked on generally, and I feel like a lot of people go into a weight loss thinking it's a fix everything situation, and it's just not. I have to be mindful every single day about certain things and to be more confident and a happier version of myself, and I feel like people just assume that if you're thinner, if you've got to your goal, that everything in your life is just amazing and okay. And I think it's realistic to have the expectation of you're not going to feel great all the time, to not put that pressure on yourself to think it fixes everything and that you should be happy and you should be constantly on cloud 9. Yeah, you've done really well and absolutely celebrate it, you know, definitely. But don't expect it to completely change who you are, because that's not the case. It might just help elements of your personality to shine and be more focused and be more confident, but also it can lead to other insecurities. And I've mentioned this before on my downsize to weight loss video, which I will link above. There have been a lot of securities that have been swapped one for another. So it's not all about fixing everything. Sometimes it's just about acknowledging the fact that you're human and these things are going to come and go. Do you know what I mean? And then the last thing is something that's a bit more practical, so it's a bit more physical that you can do, and it is using the recipe builder on the app. Oh my goodness, how many times have I guesstimated point values because I wasn't sure when I was cooking something from scratch? How many times have I dined out and it's not been on the restaurant section and I've just guessed and kind of undereaten? I would say in most cases I underate because I wasn't sure and I didn't want to tip the scale and I wanted to be overly cautious. But on the app you can recipe build, and I've spoken about this before. So when I bake my lemon drizzle cake now, I don't have to guess. I can put all of the quantities in, all of the brands that I'm using, I just scan them with my barcode scanner and I will get a point value per serving. I mean, where was this? This was always there. I just didn't look into it. I just didn't know about it. And I had one comment from a lovely lady who said to me, you know that there's a recipe builder, right? You know you don't have to guess if you don't want to. If you did want to be a bit more accurate. And I was like, what? So I went and researched it, and lo and behold, it was there. And honestly, guys, I use it frequently since, and I've actually built myself up my own recipe section. All the Arabic, Middle Eastern meals that I cook, all the things that I bake that I have kind of done my own recipe, or I've just took here and there, and I've used different brands and different things. Like, I can now be 100% accurate and get a point value. I don't have to guess everything, and in some cases undereat because I'm trying to be cautious or safe. So if you have not used the recipe builder and you cook a lot from scratch and you do meal planning and you want to be more accurate, or if like me you cook ethnic food or Middle Eastern food or food that you might not typically find on the app because you make it from home, perhaps it's an old family recipe that's been passed down from generation, you can go and point it now, guys. You're welcome. So those are all the things I wish I knew when I started my Weight Watchers or weight loss journey. I hope you guys have learned something today. I hope it's inspired you guys to check out some of these situations, especially when it comes to things on the app. If you don't have the app, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're on Weight Watchers. Like, don't just do the meetings. The app will make your life so much easier. So I do hope you do decide to go and check it out. And comment down below and let us know what things you guys wish you knew. even if you're like still in your journey, like what did you wish you knew at the start? What do you wish that you knew more of now? What do you wish you were better at? What do you think other people that are just at the end of their journey or are just maintaining should know? I'd be really interested to hear from you, so do get in touch in the comments box down below. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and of course if you are new to me and my channel, I would love it if you could subscribe and join our family. We are such an amazing community on here, love and support, and I do regular videos on what I eat in a day, outfits, hauls, beauty favourites. There's just something for everybody, so I hope you find something you like and you'll stay, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!